Hello, my name is Daryl Lindsay. I'm a sustainable landscape designer and the founder of YardFarmer, which is a sustainable landscape design studio here on the Wasatch Front. Thank you very much, Catrice McKay of the Provo City Council, who asked me to film a quick video with my thoughts on artificial turf, since you're meeting to discuss landscaping measures, restricting or perhaps prohibiting artificial turf in the future in Provo City. Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak. I would have attended in person, except I am currently in a work meeting as you are watching this. I will be very quick. Thank you for your time. I really want to express the negative feelings that I have for artificial turf and why I would never install it in one of my clients' yards, nor would I recommend that a homeowner use it. A homeowner typically, let's say, would switch from Kentucky bluegrass to artificial turf because they're hoping to have a lower maintenance and lower water landscape. But what they're quickly going to find is that it's really neither of those things. And it doesn't save a lot of other energy either, because that property, the ambient temperature there is going to get significantly warmer once artificial turf goes in. Artificial turf is hot. Same thing with xeriscaping or rocks, right? We're heating everything up and therefore stressing out the trees and plants nearby, which we will then need to use more water for in order to keep them alive. Beyond that, air conditioning bills are also going to increase as the collective temperature of the property and other properties using it get warmer. This contributes to something called heat island effect, which is a documented phenomenon in which cities are 7+ degrees warmer than their rural counterparts because of the lack of organic matter here. And artificial turf sure isn't organic matter. Beyond that, I think it poses some really concerning health risks for people as well as the environment. So we know that artificial turf, it's plastic, right? And you're hearing about microplastics a lot, at least I certainly am, on the news and online. I'm sure you are as well. Think about this artificial turf heating up constantly in the sun, slowly breaking down over time. And then anytime it rains, or heaven forbid, we have to dump water on it, we have to turn on sprinklers to keep the artificial turf cool, because unfortunately that's one of the recommended ways to keep artificial turf cold is to irrigate it, which is crazy. That water is then going to send those microplastics and chemicals into our greater watershed, which does pose environmental harm. And there are multiple studies citing the chemical makeup of the rainwater that's running off of turf. I will link them in order to have you review those. But they're basically finding that this water does contain potentially harmful levels up to, I believe it was 100 micrograms per liter of PAHs and PFAS, which are forever chemicals. Don't love that. And then at the same time, think about other health risks that involve infections, staph infections, bacterial infections, because artificial turf is much more abrasive than grass. And so a child playing on that lawn is more likely to scrape themselves and actually hurt themselves than if you fell on Kentucky bluegrass, for example. And there could be bacteria hanging out and waiting there because pets and other animals are also on this and also using that space, for waste. So I think we can really do better in a lot of ways. And it's important to note that this is not one or the other. This is not Kentucky bluegrass, which uses way too much water along the Wasatch Front and really in the entire American West, or artificial turf. There are beautiful, energy conserving, wonderful ecological methods right in the middle. And that starts with adhering to local scape standards, reducing the size of lawn to be more central, open, efficiently maintained, irrigated and weeded shapes, replacing perhaps the surrounding area once you shrink your lawn a bit with trees and native plants that are adapted to our rainfall and dry out periods and can thrive off of either rainwater or drip irrigation. And with that, we can see huge water savings while also keeping your city more beautiful and a heck of a lot cooler. Thank you for listening to my little rant. I will let you get back to your meeting now. I appreciate what you're doing discussing this measure, and I hope that you adopt those changes. I hope that other cities will follow in your footsteps to regulate and prohibit artificial turf, because that's how we could achieve collective impact, where we're really reducing demand for this thing that's harmful for the environment and increasing awareness and demand for positive, ecologically impactful measures. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful afternoon. Goodbye.